Okay, we are live. Okay, there is this. Uh, I don't know if it's a direct. I think they're just gonna release a video actually, because I can't see the live direct on their page. So probably they're gonna release a video. This video is about the new Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. They should be released in May, I think is May. Um, it's gonna be long, more than 10 minutes, so probably it's gonna be a deep dive inside this game that everyone that played the first, uh, that played Breath of the Wild is waiting for. Game that Breath of the Wild practically revolutionized the open world. There's a lot of clone after that. It made the open world in a way that we didn't see before. Um, it was so good that anyone that played like games like I don't know, and now everyone is playing um, Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is one of the clone of Zelda Breath of the Wild, not for the combat system, but for the open world. The open world of Genshin Impact is directly copied by from Breath of the Wild. I have some sun coming from this side. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about it because I don't want to close everything to. I need a bit of sun. Unfortunately, there's a weird sky today, and there's this light of sun directly on me. Before we see this video, they're gonna release. Hopefully, they're gonna be precise. This video should be released on this page at 3 o'clock. Before we do that, I just want to rewatch the old presentation of Tears of the Kingdom, starting from the first view. Um, let's watch it so we have a refresh. Because they released two of them. One it was just the announce. Let's do it. Let's watch it. There was the announcement of it. The first time that they announced it, there was not even the name of it. Everyone was waiting for it. Oh, no, this is not the first time, I think. This is not the first one. This is the first time they announced the title. As you can see, the way it climbed. Ooh, it's very, very loud. Wait, let me put it down a bit. The way he climbed is one of the things that most has been copied. This was the announcement of the title, Tears of the Kingdom. This is not the first trailer they did. The first trailer was the one at the end of a direct. This one is the date, 12th of May. So 1 month and a half, I think it is. This one show you that they had the sky on top of the entire world because it's very, very vertical. Let me have a look if I can get Zelda Tears of the Kingdom first teaser. Let me see if it's this one. It's probably this one. This is the first time that we see it. Very, very dark. There's Zelda on top of an animal. There's Link. And they're going underground for some reason. And there's these dark force coming. Very, very dark. And we can see the Hyrule Castle starting floating, going towards the sky. The sequel of Legend of Zelda is now in development. This is the first teaser. They didn't have the title yet. The one we watched before, it was the first trailer instead. This one, let's watch it again, is just 1 minute. There's a story of some sort of war. Story of Link fighting. There's pieces of Hyrule in the sky. But the world is the same. It's the world of Hyrule that we played in Breath of the Wild. And that's the title. Tears of the Kingdom. The kingdom is Hyrule, obviously. And the tears, we had to understand, was the story there. There is a second trailer 1 month ago.
Rise, my servants. Sweep over Hyrule. Eliminate this kingdom and her allies. Leave no survivors.
Who is he talking here? It's not Ganon.
Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
And the sky is very important because you can see that Link goes up from there. Distorted voices. Look, that's like pieces of the kingdom in the sky.
Lend him your power.
It's Link trying to save Zelda. I really hope that then in this new Zelda we would actually play finally Zelda and not Link, but doesn't look like is the case. So we just have to wait for the video to drop. It didn't drop yet. Time is it? It's 55, so 5 minutes. 5 minutes. In this 5 minutes, we're gonna listen to the first Zelda review. Maybe it's gonna tell you why this game is so amazing. Let's see.
Right at the outset, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild gives you a handful of tools before setting you loose in a vast, gorgeous, and open-ended adventure of survival. After completing the story 50 hours later, I've still got plenty of mysteries to track down and lots of wonderfully crafted puzzles to solve. I'm in awe.
Take my breath away.
The wide-open world of Hyrule is the main character in Breath of the Wild. Not only is it vast and beautiful, but it runs by surprisingly realistic rules. Trees bear fruit, grassy fields can be set ablaze, and even enemies and animals behave in a believable manner. If you think something should work, it usually does. And that led me to all kinds of fun and hilarious experimentation.
That's the best
There's not a lot of
part.
crafting,
The best part
but
of
I spent
Zelda.
many hours figuring out the best ways to cook stat-boosting meals. Every piece of this sandbox feels meticulously thought out, bold, and ambitious. But what elevates Breath of the Wild above its open-world contemporaries is its sheer freedom, both in its non-linear questing structure and in your ability to climb almost any surface and travel in any direction.
Exactly.
If you can see it, chances are you can reach it, and figuring out how to get there is often a satisfying puzzle in itself. The fun doesn't stop when you reach the top of these marvelous vistas either, because you can paraglide back into the world below.
Hey
And as
Joker!
you improve Link's
Welcome
skills,
in.
You can reach even more of these incredibly varied locations.
We're ready to
But
watch the
world
new
is always more
video
powerful,
from
and
the new
events like rain
Zelda.
and thunderstorms are reminders
releasing
that
in
you are
5
still at the
minutes.
mercy of the elements. On the flip side, Breath of the Wild's skillful combat is as approachable as it is deep.
I'm alright, thanks.
Link can work over
Did
his
you
foes
play
using
Breath of the
swords,
Wild?
spears, and axes he finds in the dangerous world. They'll wear down and eventually break, which fits perfectly with the survival angle. And no matter how prepared you think you are, you can still run into enemies that can slay you in one hit.
Yeah, the destructibility of weapons was
My
the
favorite bosses
point
are
that
grueling
everyone
gauntlets that involve
criticized.
using your Sheikah Sled,
But there's a
a
reason
powerful
why it was
tool
like
that gives
that.
you abilities like picking up metal
The
objects
weapon
or
they
creating
get
bombs.
destroyed so fast
Yet there are still pockets of serenity in
to let you use as more weapon as possible. If you find a sword, you can use it for like 10 minutes and it breaks. You have to find something else. So you had to constantly explore to find things to use. That's another good point of Zelda. I know it can be annoying to find a weapon and then use it for like 10 minutes and then it breaks. But that's the main point. It's all about exploration. Hey, Stubborn Panda. Hello, how is it going?
on a journey to reclaim
The
his
fact
memories
that the
of Princess
weapon
Zelda
breaks
after an apocalyptic
is a main
event left
point.
Hyrule
I mean,
ruined.
it's studied
It took
in a
roughly
way that
40 hours to slay
you
the
have to
final
go
boss and piece
around
together
and
what happened
look
100
for
years ago.
stuff to use.
While
When
Zelda
you
games
have a
are rooted in many
weapon,
tradition, this coming-of-age
even
story
the
is
main
faithful,
the
and
main
it's full of
Zelda
charming
weapon that is
characters and
the
surprises to
sword,
reveal.
that one you
It's
can use
amazing
it for
that
a
it works so
certain
well
amount of
while letting you
time,
tackle its
then
dungeons in
it
any
stopped
order you
working.
want.
You have to use
Hundreds
something
of
else.
NPC-driven side quests and puzzle shrines pepper the landscape. And there's even more to discover hidden behind vague clues. The fetch questy ones aren't as interesting as the bona fide rabbit holes of The Witcher 3, but they still introduce you to interesting characters that dole out helpful info, meals, and materials. Puzzle shrines offer their own
Are
useful
you
rewards in the form
Panda?
of materials and handy weapon upgrades. These shrines involve a short, inventive puzzle room where you're presented with a few clues.
Just
and
5
have to
minutes and they're
experiment
gonna
while you solve them.
release the
Except
video
for
on
a
the new
handful which
Zelda.
use motion control puzzles that don't quite feel sharp enough. Still, the techniques you learn become essential training for Breath of the Wild's excellent dungeons.
How much it
These
lasts this
daunting
thing?
and
It's
massive
almost
logic
finished.
puzzles demand you look at all the moving pieces in order to solve
This
them.
one is just
And
the
they all fit
review
together in a neatly
of the old
satisfying way.
Zelda to
But
let
there are
understand
even more
people
cryptic challenges
why
hidden throughout
Zelda
Hyrule.
Breath of the
I
Wild is
estimate
so
it'll take over
great.
100 hours to solve every
The
side
new
quest,
Zelda
puzzle,
comes
and
out
collectible.
the
It
12th
is
of May,
truly
so
a
in
massive
1
game
month and a half.
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is a masterclass in open world design and a watershed game that reinvents a 30-year-old franchise. It presents a wonderful sandbox of mystery, dangling dozens upon dozens of tantalizing things in front of you, just begging to be explored. I spent more than 50 hours searching the far reaches of Hyrule, and I still managed to come across things I haven't seen before.
10 out of 10, masterpiece. I agree.
For more on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, check out 10 new things we found in Hyrule, our Breath of the Wild amiibo unboxing video, and watch the first 15 minutes after you leave the Great Plateau, right here at IGN.
Yes, the sandbox part, the exploration, those are the main thing. The fact that you can climb any surface in the game. You can go anywhere. If you see something far away in the map, you can go there. Those are the things that Zelda made that everyone else is trying to copy. People that play Genshin Impact, they see that you can climb everything. You can go around and explore the world. They copy straight away from Zelda Breath of the Wild. They invented those things. Let's see if they release the new game. The new video. Not yet, nothing yet. This is the thing. It's 3 o'clock, so it should come out right now. Come on, Nintendo. Not the best. Nintendo. Let me see if it's in the Europe. I don't think it's in the Europe one because Nintendo America. Oh, we go. Tears of the Kingdom.
Hello, everyone.
I'm gonna swap.
I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. First,
Wait a second, I'm gonna put it large so everyone can see it. Here we go. Like that, it should be larger. Put it in max.
Development on the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is now complete. Thank you very much for waiting.
There's no subtitles.
Many of you are looking forward to this game, and we've released a few trailers so far. Although it'll just be a brief glimpse, I'm going to actually play the game for you all today.
I really want to see what are the new
okay?
focal point of this game, because it can't be the same
Here
thing
we are
again.
in the land of Hyrule.
There we go. Hyrule is the same.
Like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's a vast world to explore. Of course, it's not just the same world as is. It's changed in many ways.
Okay, let me see
If
how.
we talk about all of the changes today, we'll run out of time, so we hope you'll seek them out for yourself when the game launches. In this game, the vast world of Hyrule reaches high
The
into
graphic
the
is
sky.
exactly the same.
You'll notice some land masses floating up there. We call them Sky Islands.
Sky Islands.
You're probably wondering something. How do you get to the Sky Islands when they're so high up? If we take a look, oh, something's falling from the sky. Do you see it? I wonder what that is. Let's head over to it.
Okay.
We're almost at the spot where the object fell. Here it is. Okay, let's use one of Link's new abilities. If you do this on the rock that just fell...
Hey, Nose! Welcome in!
Look, it started rising.
Yeah, I want the new
This
Zelda
power is
so
known
bad
as
as well.
which rewinds an object's movement.
Aha, you got the
Since I just
rewind, the
used
time
recall on the fallen
rewind.
rock, I can now rise into the sky. We're a lot closer to the Sky Islands.
This is a new power, time
Let's use the
rewind.
paraglider to reach one of them. There are a few other Sky Islands floating here too. I made it. There are lots of ways
Dragons.
to reach the Sky Islands, so we hope you'll try a few different methods. Okay, now we're on a slightly bigger Sky Island. Just like on the surface, there are several man-made structures. Some trees are also growing here. You won't see many of those yellow trees on the surface, though.
So a new
Let's walk
kind of
around
tree.
for a bit.
So they add another layer to the world before in the sky.
There's a branch on the ground. When you find something like
The
this,
video
you should pick
quality
it up.
is
It might come in
terrible,
handy
but it's not
later.
my fault. It's like that.
Let's continue. Oh, something's there. This is a brand new enemy called a construct. We'll fight it using the branch we just picked up. Ah, the branch broke. Not good, not good. Quick, get another branch and...
So they kept the same destructibility of the weapons.
Moving on.
The weapon were now very fast,
We've now
like before.
explored more of this sky island. As expected, fighting with just a branch won't get us very far. Also, this branch is almost broken. So here's another one of Link's new abilities. If we use this branch and the rock over here, and do this, look, we can stick them together.
What?
We created a makeshift hammer.
You
This
can
is called
mix
fuse. You can
stuff
stick
together.
objects together to create new weapons with various effects.
Ah, imagine
take on
the
another
mess you
construct
can
with this
make with
fused
those
weapon.
abilities. The mess you can make.
We're dealing with two
Hammer
of them at once.
time.
Oh, we beat one. The weapon's attack has definitely improved. The other branch broke, but this weapon has much better durability. You can do all sorts of things by experimenting with the fuse ability.
Imagine
You
how
can
many
fuse two
things you
weapons,
can
for
do.
example.
Look at
If
that.
we take this long stick and fuse it with a pitchfork, we can create a weapon with a much longer attack range.
Nice. That's so nice. Imagine
this,
how
we don't have
many
to get too close
things
to
you can
enemies.
do.
And we can safely attack from a distance.
Weapon together, item
You
together,
can
you can
also
fuse.
fuse arrows with materials in your inventory.
The
For
graphic
instance,
is
try fusing this
awful.
leaf to an arrow.
Look at that.
Fuse an ice elemental material to an arrow and you can freeze faraway enemies.
I want it now, guys. I want it
In
now.
addition, let's see. Ah, there's a bird flying around. If you're out hunting, you might feel that aiming with an arrow is too difficult.
Yes, it is.
Apparently, my eyes
Those
can't
bloody
track fast-moving
eagles.
objects as of late, so my shots rarely land. So, at times like these, here's an eyeball you can get by defeating monsters. Fuse it to an arrow and...
That looks kind of cool. Yes, it's very, very cool.
Look, it homed in on the target. Let's try this on another bird. I'll just fire in that general direction. It's very simple. Depending on what you stick together, the fuse ability could also be beneficial for hunting.
Look at
I
that.
fused a mushroom to my shield.
A mushroom
Now,
to
you're
a
probably
shield.
wondering if this has any use. Well, this mushroom is actually a puff shroom. Let's fight an enemy with this. I blocked with the
Ah,
shield.
he exploded the
there's
mushroom,
smoke now.
and now he can't see you.
The enemy's lost sight of Link, so...
I wonder how many
Attack!
fuse
Even
you
if
can
struggle
do.
with
If, it,
combat, you can take down enemies using
if
similar
it's like the
methods.
last one, they're gonna be
In the
crazy
previous game,
stuff.
you'd usually
Crazy
get powerful
stuff that
weapons
you
by
can do.
defeating strong enemies. But in this game, fusing even the weakest weapon with something else could turn it into a useful weapon. There are even more gameplay options for sticking things together. Let me demonstrate. Some of the Sky Islands even have rivers. We'll want to cross this one, but swimming across it, well, the river's too wide for that. We need a boat. Of course, there isn't anything
Shroom
that
shield.
resembles a boat
Yes.
around here. So, we'll lift up this log and attach it to a second log.
Ah,
do
you
one
can
more.
create a raft.
We'll bring this over here and attach a third log. It's a makeshift raft. This is another new ability called Ultra Hand.
Ultra
Even
hand.
though
That's
the
a new
logs are
one as
currently
well.
attached, they can be detached. Let's modify the shape of the raft.
There's
You can
a
always attach things or detach them
big
like this.
sandbox. Imagine how many things you can create in this way.
Now, if we put this on
attaching
the water,
any kind of
it's
stuff
made of
together.
wood, so the buoyancy will keep it afloat. We've made a simplified version of a boat.
You could
However,
actually
it
make,
won't move in
I don't
its
know,
current
raft
state,
made
so
of
we'll need
like
something to propel it
mushroom
forward.
with, I don't know, all leaves on top that catch the wind.
There's
Can't,
something
things
here.
like this.
Let's try hitting it.
Ah, this one is the wind
Oh,
one.
wind. It's blowing wind.
You can actually create the
Looks
engine
like we
then.
found a fan. Why don't we try attaching it?
Ah,
We'll attach another
incredible.
one. This should make the boat well balanced.
Look at
Okay,
this.
they're attached.
Unbelievable.
All right, let's try moving the boat. Hey, it's moving. It's sailing pretty fast with the wind from the fans. Since we
Nintendo,
added two
unbelievable.
fans,
They,
we should be able to
always
cross the river in
find
no
new
time.
ways to amaze people.
All right, we reached the other side. In the most recent trailer, we showed scenes of Link
Ah,
riding
they
a large
created,
car and a
look,
flying machine.
he created all
Those
those.
vehicles actually aren't in the game
Sticking-
from the start.
Sticking
Instead,
things
you'll be able to
together.
freely craft
Look
them on
at
your
that.
own. There are all sorts of objects you'll come across in this game. And depending on how you use your imagination, you can do a lot with them. So, try crafting different things
Incredible.
and explore this world at your leisure.
And it's flying.
There are even more new abilities. Take this building over here. Okay, watch this. Look,
What?
I passed right through the ceiling. This new ability is called Ascend. If you're in a place with a ceiling, you can go through to the floor above you. There are some restrictions, but what's great about this ability is that as long as there's a ceiling, you can use it anywhere.
So that's
For
to
example, this
help
place
you
has a
with the
cave with a
verticality
hill
of the
right above
game.
it.
Now that there's
If you
several
use the
kind of
ability here,
layers.
come on, keep going. Okay, we
Ooh.
emerged at the top of the hill.
So it went
In
up the
previous
top of the
game,
hill.
You had to use stamina to climb a mountain.
Yes.
But in this game, if there's a mountain with a cave like this one, you can now get to the top without having to climb all the way up. Here's another example. Imagine you're stuck in a cage. If it's got a ceiling, you know what to do, right? Exactly. Oh, there's another construct. It seems to be holding a strange weapon. Some enemies are equipped with fused weapons, so battles will play out a bit differently from the previous game.
He got a fused weapon. It's a
Ah,
door
it blew me
stick
away
to
with
a.
Looks
To
like
a
it's got some
branch.
sort of fan. Ah! I got pushed off. Ah, well, let's just return to the surface. You can quickly descend from the sky to the surface like this. It feels so good. In the sky,
how
you'll be
high
able to
are
look
those
out across the
islands?
land. You can also search for destinations that pique your interest. Once you've chosen your destination, you can speed things up, like this. Let's dive into this river.
Ooh, it dives
And
like
we're
this.
back on the surface. There are still so many things I'd like to show you, but let's leave it at that for now.
Yeah, don't show everything. We want to find out for ourselves.
What did you think? Some of Link's new abilities were updated from the previous game. I'm sure some of you watching me play were thinking, wait, if you could do that, then maybe you could do this too.
Yeah.
In this game, you can do a lot of things just by thinking about what's even possible. There's still a lot of new gameplay, mysteries, and encounters we couldn't show today, but they're all jam-packed into this unfamiliar Hyrule, and we hope you'll use your imagination to explore it. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.
That's it. Show us the. It didn't show anything about the story. It didn't show anything about why there are those islands. Why now? What are we doing now? Since saved the world in the game before. What is this new menace? What is this new enemy? Ah, there's a new Switch version. New Zelda Switch. That is nice, golden. New Switch. Not too bad, not too bad. But it's gonna come out at the end of April, 28th of April for this. And the case and the new pads. Well, not too bad. I mean, not too bad. What they showed was very, very good. I mean, they even amplified the sandbox. They amplified the sandbox a lot with those abilities. Well, these abilities is just to not having to climb all the mountain over and over like we had to do in the old game. And it's good. But the fuse thing is it's incredible. I can imagine like 100 things you can do with just leaves and logs. And imagine being able to fuse everything in the game. Like, I don't know, anything. I can put like stones together to do like, I don't know, boulder or cars or any kind of weapon, any kind of thing. I can look at this guy. This guy's using a door and a stick to create a huge fan. And he push you over. Imagine the thing you can do to the enemies. In the old game, there already crazy thing that you could do with the enemies, like sticking bombs to those balloons, push the balloons with leaves, and then pop the balloon on top of enemies to let the bomb fall on them. I mean, those are the kind of things that make great The Legend of Zelda. If you think, oh, maybe this could work, and you try, it will work. Those are the great things of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The things like you walking in a rain and you have a metal armor and some lightning will hit you because you're wearing metal. Things like this. Or throwing electric stuff in water to electrify enemies that are swimming in there. Things like that. If you think can happen, it happens. And now they add a whole new layer of things that you can do, combined with the things that you could already do with the old game. It's incredible. The only thing that I don't like of this game is that you had to play on the Switch. Because guys, the Switch was already old 7 years ago when it came out. Now 7 years has passed. And you can see from this video that this game struggled already to look decent in video. I mean, I imagine that this game is not gonna go over 30 FPS because it can't handle it. I imagine that the draw distance is like just over your nose because enemies they can't show them too far. And unfortunately, they showed a new Switch that is the same Switch. I hoped that they could release this game on a new console, but apparently it's not like that. They want to capitalize on the millions and millions of Switch that they released already. This one comes in a month and a half. I'm gonna love it anyway. What they showed us is very, very good. I can't wait to play this game. Okay, that was it for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.